name is Disabled Girl. Actually, my name is Abby Granado. I'm a senior here at Nicola, and some of you have probably heard me speak before, so hi again, good to see you. This year, as you know, it's my senior year. I've given this speech 4 or 5 other times, and to be honest, I sugarcoated it a lot. In my past speeches, I left everything vague, leaving the audience with be kind and treat everyone with respect. But honestly, it wasn't enough. With that, I think it's time to be real with you, to tell you what it's really like to be disabled, to be real about my mental health, and to be real about my high school experience. So I stand here before you today shaking, nasty, sweaty hands. I'm an anxious wreck. But as my wonderful therapist told me, you have a lot of anger in you and you need to get it out. So here's my story. I was born with a very rare genetic condition that causes my physical disabilities. It's a very new and complex diagnosis that I would go into, but this isn't science class, thank God. After 17 years of being an experiment, my little sister Nora and I were diagnosed just this October. There's only around 30 other people in the world who have this condition. I just love being a rare breed. I've learned, especially these 5 years, being disabled isn't just simply being disabled. It doesn't work like that in other people's minds. Little pigtailed Abby thought, oh, wearing braces, struggling with my walking, getting surgeries, and needing aids at school, it's all normal. Well, I hate to break it to you, girl, but it turns out it's not. That little pigtailed Abby, decked out in her peace sign outfits, she had some pretty great friends. I had friends that would laugh with me. We would all jam to the High School Musical soundtrack on repeat. I'd tell secrets, play at recess, have sleepovers. They treated me like a human being. But as I began to struggle more, these same friends suddenly started disappearing. They were embarrassed to sit with me at lunch. Them and their parents would make snide remarks about my disability to my face. Then they started not to say hi back anymore. But I never stopped waving. I still haven't stopped waving. When you're a kid and you feel that intangible new sort of heartbreak, you don't know what to do, so you try your best to move on. I did just that. Through middle school, I made new friends, but as I needed more help, they faded. Around 8th grade, I began thinking, this is all my fault. I'm not a good person, and I'm a burden. It wasn't just the kids forcing that further into my brain, it was the adults too. Verbally abusive aides, teachers, and adults in general who made it evident that I didn't think I belonged. These dark thoughts about being a burden hit even harder when adults say things to me like, you're surprisingly very cognitive when I do well on an assignment, or when I attempt to do something on my own, and my aide says, looks like the inmates are running the asylum. Or when I was trick-or-treating with my friends and a parent told me, keep up, taking a break already? Geez, you're so slow, while making inappropriate comments about my disability. Those aren't even half of my worst examples. When things like I just mentioned happen, it's extremely degrading, and it happens on a day-to-day basis. Worst of all, when I confide in someone and tell them the awful things that have been said and done to me, they gaslight me or say that the person involved had good intentions. When it happens, it feels like I'm screaming underwater. People think they have the right to say whatever they want to you or even touch you when you have a disability, so you learn to take it. I started high school starry-eyed. Finally, no more judgment, no more loneliness, no more disrespectful adults, no more ugly haircuts or cringeworthy video stars, right? I was greeted with the very opposite. I tried really hard to make friends. People seemed a little freaked out by me, so that didn't go as planned, but I kept trying. I then got a major spine surgery, and when I came back, I continued to try. I continued to fight for my positive high school experience, something everyone, every single one of you in this room deserves. I would, and I still, go out of my way to start conversations. God, and I get pretty anxious in social situations, so that's a big deal for me. When that didn't work, I tried social media. I messaged people and they leave me on read. There have been times where people have deleted my comments on their posts because they were embarrassed to be associated with me. In real life and online, I could tell people weren't interested. A lot of teachers said that it's probably because I missed a lot of school. I subscribed to that ideology too. It made me feel better. I chose not to see that people weren't being responsive. I was so naive that I didn't think it was a big deal that I was sitting in a plastic fold-up chair, pulled up to the end of a completely empty table in the back of the freshman cafeteria, while the dean's assistants talked to me because they obviously felt bad. It was normal, right? I would never ever have to sit alone at lunch again, right? I thought it would all be okay. In the span of those next 11 months, freshman to sophomore year, I had 3 more major spinal surgeries that restricted me from walking and sitting upright for long periods of time. All of them were very scarring experiences, literally. And my spinal rats kept breaking. Fun fact, they're actually broken right now, and I deal with chronic pain. So I started wearing a neck brace, which, for reference, looked like half of a space helmet chilling around my neck. If you're looking for a cute and quirky new fashion trend to start, I really don't recommend a neck brace. Stick to the chokers, please. And for the cherry on top, I had my leg braces going too. The looks, the questions, that people slowly inching away from you just because your body works differently, it's all baffling. And I still can't comprehend how people can stub their pinky toe or twist their ankle and have everyone railing around them. I see classmates, whenever a friend of theirs is physically injured, make it all cute and call them their little cripple, which, sidebar, is not an okay thing to say. In history, it's been used as describing physically disabled people as useless, and in many cases, unworthy of a life, essentially a waste of space. When I see this kind of stuff posted online and hear it through the hallways 24/7, it further makes me feel like I'm a burden. It's weird that it's endearing when others are physically injured and everyone is kind to them. But then I show up in a chunky neck brace and leg braces, and no one even wants to be partners with me in a group project. It's like that for disabled people everywhere. When it happens to able people, it's glamorized. But when it comes to us, we're burdens. Many disabled people face isolation and infantilization, which is like when you treat someone like a baby when they're not. A lot of people come up to me and they give me that look. A look the disabled community knows all too well. It's an indescribable look of pity, and people act like they're approaching a baby or a puppy. When I see that look, I immediately try to prove myself. I start a conversation and try to sound normal so they take me seriously. Instead, their voices go up like 8 octaves, and they talk to me like a kindergarten teacher. Even after I just made it clear I was interested in having a normal conversation. The whole thing isn't just offensive to me, it's even more offensive to the entire disabled community because it's insinuating that being disabled equates to being stupid, which is so untrue. And as a girl with social anxiety, it's terrifying having to prove myself a million times a day. People see talking to us like babies as an act of kindness, like, all right, I talked to the disabled kid today, posted a non-consensual picture of them on my story, so check. I'm a good person, right? But it's so wrong, and it's so isolating. To further explain it, you know when you were a kid and all you wanted was to be taken seriously? You would try to do things you loved and were passionate about, but the adults would giggle and smile at you because you're just a cute little kid. Like when my cousins and I would perform for the adults at family parties, and we could just tell they were holding in their laughter. It was infuriating because in our minds, we're the next Hannah Montanas. When you're a kid, it's actually funny and cute, and it's fun to laugh at the wacky aspirations you have. But when you're actually a grown human being, it's just not cute anymore. Nobody, not any disabled person, no matter their disability, should be talked to or not taken seriously like that. We hear you, we know what you're saying, we aren't stupid, we're capable. Please don't ask us our favorite color, or if you have a pet, or what's your favorite class, day after day after day. It's humiliating. We're people. People always ask me, Have you been bullied? You must have been bullied a ton. I've always responded no, because when we think of bullying, we think of fist fights, petty, dark social media posts, really just doing and saying horrific things to people. That's what we think bullying is, right? Because those are the examples that have been jackhammered into our little brains since elementary school. The teacher would wheel a little TV in and we'd watch a grainy video about bullying thinking, I would never do that. Well, this past year, I've kind of had an epiphany. Everyone's so focused on preventing this unrealistic 80s high school rom-com-esque kind of bullying they think they know, when really, they should be looking out for other things, like social isolation. Social isolation is bullying. Some of you are probably rolling your eyes at that statement, but it is. Bullying is when one person or a group of people make another feel inferior, in case you didn't know, which social isolation does. Mostly, all of us disabled people want is the human experience. We don't get that while experiencing social isolation, and it really hurts. What most people complain about, we crave. I would actually appreciate some jerky high school boy to take me seriously enough to treat me and eventually break my heart. I'd absolutely love to have friends who didn't treat me like a 3-year-old. I'd love to have people to banter with in the halls. It leaves me wondering, will people ever take me seriously enough to allow me to experience the normalcies of growing up? Meanwhile, it hurts when people around me are constantly claiming I literally have no friends when they do, and complaining about drama when those normalcies are absent in my own life. This is terrifying to say, but isolated. That's how I feel every single day at school. A lot of you have probably never had a teacher whisper to kids and tell them to go talk to you. A lot of you don't spend your time refreshing your Snapchat wondering if someone will take you seriously enough to respond to your message. A lot of you don't have people you barely know commenting on your body. A lot of you probably haven't sat alone at lunch year after year or been left alone when it isn't safe to move on your own. That's how millions of other disabled people feel in public, at school, in their workplaces, and even in their own families. We're seen as inferior, a constant reminder to people that they have it good. We're expected to embody those endless inspirational videos that everyone retweets. We're seen as inferior, even by those we're told to trust most. Even lawmakers and our own president mock us, sending us a message that we're weak, vulnerable, and stupid. I'm here to tell you that we're not. We're human, and if you genuinely get to know us, you might just find your new best friend. Being isolated because of something you have no control over is terrifying. It affects you for the rest of your life. It causes a person to experience mental illness, thoughts of self-harm, thoughts of worthlessness, deep-rooted insecurities, hopelessness, the list goes on and on. Honestly, most of the things I just listed, I battle daily. This speech was very personal to me, but it applies to millions of disabled individuals across the world. When this is over, I don't want to hear good job or you're so inspiring if you're not going to take action. Every year after I give this speech, I get a jolt of false optimism when people congratulate me. But it's all been just talk. I'm not talking about applying what you learned today to me specifically. You don't have to. I'm out of here in 3 months. I want you to apply this to the next starry-eyed, optimistic, disabled student that you encounter or one entering those very hot doors. They too have stories that need to be shared, lonely weekends that need to be filled with laughter. They deserve to be unconditionally heard. They deserve the opportunities I never had. Hello, my name is Abby Granado, and remember, in the wise words of my hero Taylor Swift, you're lucky enough to be different. Don't ever change.